And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Life.
Yeah, it's back. Me and Alex are back. Those international duties are long. I am not gonna lie. But
I tell you.
yeah, Alex are back with a new type of video. Me and Alex are going to say our Serie A predictions for Game Week 8. And yeah, Alex, do you need to say anything before we start?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know my speech. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls out there, AS Roma lovers, welcome back to the real deal. We're done with all these
Oh my
international
god,
matches.
they are
Glad to have you
terrible.
guys back and glad for us to get this started. So let's go, rolling. Let's go.
Right, so we've got some boring matches, but the first match is actually the Saturday matches, and the first match is quite a boring match. It's a relegation battle between Spezia and Salernitana. Now, I'm gonna start off by saying that La Spezia was really convincing in the match against Juventus a couple of weeks back. They did lose, but they scored. If I'm not wrong, they scored 2 goals against a solid side. Salernitana, on the other hand, just gives me the impression that they are going to be one of the relegated squad. There's nothing we can do about it. So, it's a boring match. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I am actually saying Spezia will win this 2-1. I think it will be a solid match, but La Spezia will nick it, in my opinion. Alex, over to you.
Ah, well, who watches Spezia and Salernitana? Come on now.
I mean,
Come
I'm
on.
not going to blame you.
Uh well, I would go for the spoiler. They're gonna share points 1-1-1 on that one.
Yeah, not looking forward to that one, not going to lie.
No, no, not at all.
But the next match is a really good match because the next match is a top four clash, and it's very important when it comes to Roma as well because we've got the biggest rivals out there for Roma, Lazio, which are playing Inter Milan at the Olimpico. It's a very
Ooh.
very big match. Now,
Yeah, yeah.
Lazio's coming from one of the worst defeats in their history, 3-0 against Bologna. Inter is a great squad. I think Dzeko is regenerated, but I do think if you
Mhm.
compare Inter Milan this season to Inter Milan last year or a few years back, I do think their defense is weaker, and I do
Okay.
think they concede more goals. Obviously, I do expect Lazio, jumping back. Lazio need a reaction because Sarri otherwise is really gonna risk. It's too early to say a sack, but the reputation with fans is gonna be bad. I do expect a good reaction from Lazio. They're playing at home with the fans, but I do think this match will be very very tight. I think Lazio are gonna dominate this more than Inter Milan, but I'm not gonna go too far to say that Lazio will win this because Inter Milan are the champions of last year, and I am going for a 1-1 draw between Lazio and Inter.
Inter Milan is gonna take this home for me. And I'm looking at about a
Ooh,
2 goals to 1. Yes.
hopefully. Main
Inter
reason,
Milan
a
is
big
strong.
big reason for that. Do you wanna?
They have a powerhouse, even though they don't have Lukaku. Uh, they have a powerhouse. Come on, now.
Yeah.
They have Zeko. I mean, he's been doing well, and I don't know if he's back from injury, but uh, they have a strong squad, and that is pretty much it. Because when I look at our game against Lazio, we could have won that game
Yeah,
solidly,
easily. We could have easily
easily.
won that.
Yes, but I would tilt my hand or my head towards that of Inter Milan for this one.
Right, very interesting. Now, the last match in the Saturday matches is actually AC Milan at home against Hellas Verona. Now,
Mm,
I think this, I'm divided in two here. I think this can be a really easy match for AC Milan. However,
mhm, mhm,
Magnan, their goalkeeper, is injured. Calabria, their left back, is injured.
mhm.
And Ibrahimovic is always not 100% fit. So AC Milan have got heavy misses. Hellas Verona, on the other hand, started the season the worst way possible. And then that manager came and they won against Roma and they're
Yes.
continuously winning now.
Uh,
Ah,
m-
but AC Milan is just
Momentum.
too good. Yeah, what do you think? I mean,
Injury crisis is rocking. Uh, Injury crisis with AC Milan.
mm,
I am pushing Hellas Verona because they have momentum.
That's a
And when a
big
team,
statement.
yes, when a team has momentum, there's nothing you can do about it. They likely will come out easy winners. Uh maybe 1-0.
To Hellas
A 1-0
Verona?
win. Hellas Verona is taking it home.
Ooh, that's one of the biggest statements of the year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do think, I'm actually gonna go the opposite of you, because I think AC Milan are really, really strong, and they've showed us some incredible stuff up to now. I think AC Milan's, you know, reserves can easily win
Mm-hmm.
this for me, even though Hellas Verona is on a good momentum, as you said. But I do think the
Okay.
likes of Rafael Leao is just too good for Hellas Verona. I'm actually going 3-1 to AC Milan. I do think they'll concede because Maignan is... Actually, AC Milan have bought Morante, ex-Roma goalkeeper, to replace Maignan. So it'll be very interesting to see if he starts this match. I definitely think he'll concede, but I think it'll be a good old walk in the woods for AC Milan, we can say. 3-1,
Okay.
I'm not going. And
Okay.
yeah, moving on to the Sunday matches, we've got the lunch match, as we call it here. Cagliari against Sampdoria.
It's about time Cagliari won. It's about time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, come on now. It's high time they won. I mean, they lost the off season by leaving Leonardo Simplici or
Yeah, yeah.
Simplici as the head coach. So they're gonna win. Let them give it to them. 1-0,
I
low
do think
scoring match.
Sampdoria are a really tough side to face. I
They
do
are.
think.
But, mm,
Yeah, I get your point. I mean, Kyrie need the points. In fact, this international duty can be seen as positive for Kyrie because they had time to reassess. And that's not
exactly.
just for Kyrie, that's for many clubs out here in the Serie, and I bet you in the Premier League and many other tournaments as well.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Sampdoria, in my opinion, have an interesting squad depth. They've got very
Mm-hmm.
good young stars. Damsgaard from Denmark. They've got Quagliarella, which is an Italian player, which gives me the impression he's been hanging around in this area for about 30
Mm-hmm.
years and he's still playing. But
Okay.
once in a while, Quagliarella will bag those goals, those banger of a goal. And I am going to say that this is going to be a very tough match for Cagliari. Sampdoria are going to win this. And they're going to win this 2-1 because Cagliari's defense is absolutely atrocious.
Woo.
Sampdoria are going to win this, mate. I'm telling you.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Let's
Um,
see. Let's see what we bring. Okay.
right. Next match is a mid-table match. Genoa
Okay.
against Sassuolo. Now, Sassuolo can be a very dangerous team, and we've seen this when they
Mm-hmm.
faced Roma earlier this
Mm-hmm.
season. Genoa, in my opinion, are one of those teams which always scrape the safety from relegation. In my opinion, they're
Okay.
a very lucky side. But a few matches ago, they went to Cagliari. They were losing 2-0 down and they won 3-2. That just shows that this club's mindset is good. They're playing at home and Sassuolo's record is not great, even though they went on a lead against Inter Milan. I think this will be a very equal match. Now I'm gonna ask you to say your prediction first, and then I'll say mine for this. Because I seriously think
Mm.
this will be a very equal match.
Let me make this statement for you. Genoa will not lose.
I'm thinking that as well. I think
However, however, let's also keep in mind that Sassuolo have won their last 3 Serie A games against Genoa.
Ooh.
Hope
Wow,
you're
Alex
aware
is
of that. And
prepared. Alex is prepared.
yes. And Sassuolo have scored more Serie A goals against Genoa than against any other side, 30 in total. So but
Tough
Genoa will
one.
not lose. They would not lose. That is so. I'm either going to choose for a draw or a win, but I believe a draw will be the best. A draw will be the best.
Right, so I agree on the draw. And I'm gonna surprise you here.
Okay.
Because Genoa and Sassuolo are both two teams which love scoring. However, when we say these predictions, I like to be original. I am actually going for a 0-0 draw. It will be very hard because these two teams love scoring. But remember this, viewers out there, clip this, and after that match ends 0-0, we'll talk. Because, it's before the watch-along against Juventus, so we can talk about that in the watch-along. Genoa against Sassuolo and 0-0, in my opinion.
Okay, so I think we're. I don't know about a 0-0, but I know Genoa will not lose for sure, I'm thinking it's going to be a draw.
I agree on the draw. I 100% agree on the draw. In fact, if I had some money to bet on, I would definitely bet on a draw. But to spice things up, I'm gonna go down 0-0.
All right.
Right. Next match is another mid-table match. And it's a very interesting match, though. I'm not going to lie. Udinese against Bologna doesn't look that interesting. But Udinese has been very, very dangerous with many clubs. They risked a win against Roma. They got a draw against Juventus. And Bologna, on the other hand, battered Lazio 2 weekends ago. So once again, we've got another equal match. Very equal match. Udinese is playing at home, so that would definitely be an advantage. But Bologna, if they keep on the streak they had against Lazio, I think they can easily batter Udinese. But I think, Udinese is one of those clubs, the most northest club in Italy. It's quite far away. That momentum is going to drop during that bus journey or that train journey. It's cold. I mean, here in Rome, it's absolutely freezing now. I can't...
Wow.
So, it's a tough location, the Udinese location. I am going 2-1 to Udinese. I think Udinese lost their last match against Sampdoria where they were winning 1-0 and they need a reaction, and I'm actually going for an Udinese win. However, Bologna is a very solid side. They battered Lazio 3-0. That's not something any club does. So I do expect a good match from Bologna as well, but I do think Udinese will nick it. 2-1 to the fake Juventus side.
Okay. Now, let me enlighten you that Udinese and Bologna have drawn each of their last 3 Serie A meetings.
Wow.
Their longest streak in the competition since 1997.
Wow.
Also, I think the last time Bologna last won against Udinese in a Serie A game was in September of 2018, and that was under Filippo Inzaghi.
Wow. Alex, you're prepared. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I'm hot on this one. And Udinese have lost only one of their last 12 Serie A meetings against Bologna. So, come on now. Udinese is going to win this one. Easy.
Yeah, I agree on that. I agree. Definitely agree on that.
Yeah, so 1-0. I'm going for 1-0.
Plus, another factor, which is probably one of the most random things I'm going to say out here, but Udinese and Watford, right, have the same ownership. And Watford, a few weeks ago, bought Ranieri, right, as a manager. And I think... it might be one of those random rambles on, but I do think that the move of Ranieri to Watford will give momentum to Udinese as well. I'm not sure why, but the fact that the ownership is the same means a lot. And the fact that Watford, let me just quickly check this. The fact that Watford is playing Saturday against Liverpool at lunchtime, therefore they're playing before Udinese, means that if Watford get a good result from that, then Udinese, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling Udinese will get a good performance as well. Might be one of the most random bullshits I've ever said. I'm sorry, but you see the link,
Yep.
So I do think Udinese will win as well. I agree on that.
Okay.
Right. Coming up onto the last 4 matches, we've got Empoli against Atalanta. Now, this is a match Mourinho will definitely be looking forward to watch because Atalanta is a good competitor when it comes to the fourth spot. Big fight with Roma. Atalanta have regained their momentum after a terrible start. They're playing against a newly promoted side, which is a solid side. I mean, they beat Juventus. They're playing at home. This match technically could be a very equal match. But Atalanta, when they want to be Atalanta and when they perform well, I think it's very, very hard to beat them. And once again, Atalanta had time to reassess during these international duties. I do think Atalanta will win. I think they're just too good for Empoli. And I think Atalanta are a team which loves scoring. I'm actually going 2-0 Atalanta here. I don't think they'll concede.
I like that. Yes, I would also go with an Atalanta win. However, Empoli is on fire. So, yes, I will settle with an Atalanta win. And I think they have a very, very strong squad. And I believe they are also in the Champions League. Am I right?
Yep, they are. They're actually with Ronnie out there at United. They're in the same group. They're currently, let me check. They're currently first in their group. They've got 4 points. Young Boys have got 3. United have 3, and Villarreal have 1. So they are first in their league. Will that boost them?
Okay. Yes, Atlanta is obviously they're gaining momentum with each round, and I think the international break must have helped them a lot. And obviously, again, which will make the team look stronger because of that international break. So, and Empoli should be a very comfortable opponent for the Atlanta side, and I think it's a simple win. I'll call it about a 3-1 or 3-0. I know they have a very good coach as well.
Gasparini is.
I think the coach's name is what? Gian? Is it Gian Gasparini?
Yeah. He's very, very good. He's a really good manager, but he's very, very, very rude sometimes. He's one of those managers. I'm not sure if do you remember? I'm not sure if you were following this area last year, but Conte.
Yes, Antonio Conte.
Antonio Conte is the worst manager someone could see in front of a press conference. It is just blood to our eyes.
Big crybaby.
Now that Conte is gone,
Chelsea.
Gasparini is taking his place. I'm not gonna lie. Just your pupils go when you see Gasparini talking to journalists. It's just disgusting. So he's a great manager. I'm not gonna lie, but he is very, very, very. He winds you up, we can say. So yeah, we both agree on Atalanta win. Now we've got we can call it the afternoon match in a way, the late afternoon match. We've got Napoli against Torino, another match which Mourinho will definitely be looking forward to watch. Maybe not watch, because after a few hours, it's a big match against Juventus, and his focus will be on that. But definitely, it's a match that Mourinho will want to know the result of after it ends. Because Napoli needs to end the streak. If Napoli doesn't end this streak, they can easily win the Serie. So we need a good performance from Torino. And, if Roma maybe wins against Juventus, it will be great. But Torino to beat Napoli right now, which are elite, need a great performance. And they've got good news to do that. Andrea Belotti is back from his injury, and he's an absolute baller when he wants and when he performs. However, the fact that it's in Napoli, they're playing at home, Osimhen is on fire, Insigne is top class. You just can't predict Napoli losing or drawing this. They're just too good. So unfortunately, I want Torino to win. Even a draw would be great when it comes to Roma. But I do think Napoli will win, and I do think Osimhen will score. I'm going 3-1 Napoli.
Good. Okay. Let me enlighten you again. Napoli have only lost one of their last 18 Serie A games.
Yeah, it's
against Torino. And that was since March 2015. With 12 wins and 5 draws.
Yeah.
However, we all know Napoli's unbeaten in the league, obviously. But I must tell you that Torino are rapidly turning into an improved version of Verona, Hellas Verona, under their coach, Ivan Juric. So with that said, with no further ado, I will tell you that it will not be a win for Napoli. It will be a draw at the least. A draw.
I like your
And do not
positivity,
be
mate.
surprised for a spoiler.
That's a big statement.
Yes.
Fingers
I
crossed.
said it.
Because Napoli, as I said before, need to lose. Because after Torino, let's see, because Napoli are playing Torino, then they're playing... Oh, then we've got Roma, Napoli, I forgot.
Okay.
And then we've got Napoli playing against Bologna at home. So, obviously, Napoli not winning this match can also influence the next match, which is against our light AS Roma. So, hopefully they don't win. Mate, hopefully you're right. Fingers crossed. Not gonna lie. Right, moving on to the last Sunday match. Dun 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 dun.
Is it the last one? Is it?
Yeah. It's
Did
Sunday
we miss
night.
one? Fiorentina?
Yeah, they're playing on Monday night.
Oh, Monday. Oh, that's Monday.
So it's a big match. Now let's focus on this one. Juventus against AS Roma. I've got good news to start this quick discussion. Abraham got interviewed as soon as he landed back in Rome. He wasn't limping, and he answered. His interview said, "I'm ready for Juventus." Big statement, because we need Abraham. But if Abraham is not 100% fit, I am totally agree on not starting Abraham and maybe having him fresh for Napoli. So if he's fine to play, 100% fine. But if he's not 100% fit, do not start Abraham. But he said he's fine. So, do you want to see Abraham, or would you rather see Abraham rest, reassess, get 100% fit, and be ready for the upcoming matches, and miss this one, and maybe give a chance to Shimoda or Borja Mayoral?
I want something different. I want Mourinho to take a risk. I want Mourinho to put players who are hungry. I want him to think outside the box. I think he has had 2 weeks to really think and obviously think as well as to how he would approach the game. Abraham should come from the bench, and obviously bring that injection and life like he did with Zaniolo in the Europa game, in the Conference League, sorry. And there's a call disturbing me now. There you go.
No problem, mate.
Just give me a second. Okay. But I would like to see Mayoral or Shomurodov play. Give me a second. On live TV. Hello. No, I got it. All right. Okay. There you go. Back to you guys. Sorry, viewers. This is live, as you all know. So, yeah, there you go. So Mayoral and Shomurodov will be my betting point. I would want to see Mayoral, let's see what he can do, even if it's for the first half. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I agree on that.
Abraham should come in the second half.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I wanted to say that a big attention needs to be put on the defense. Because Juventus, yes, everybody is saying, and I've read so many comments, not just on this channel, but on many channels saying, oh, it's an easy win for Roma, Juventus are crap, they started the season the worst sweep. That doesn't mean absolutely anything. Juventus remain the best team in Italy. And just the fact that Roma have never beaten Juventus at the Juventus Stadium just puts a full stop on that. It will be a tough match. And I think we got to accept a draw. Well, obviously we want to win. But if this match ends as a draw, I think we got to be positive and happy. And I think if the defense doesn't perform, if the defense doesn't turn up, it will be absolute mayhem because they've got quality on their side. So hopefully the defense turns up. Smalling is injured, so Mancini and Ibanez did a good performance. Or otherwise, I mean, on Sunday it's Josh's debut on the Simon Show. We gotta hope that Josh prays for us and brings a good debut on the Simon Show, because otherwise, I really tend to see this as a defeat. Because if Roma's defense is not well balanced, as it wasn't in the best matches they played, I seriously think Juventus will win this. It's all a matter of concentration in the defensive section. Yes, Juventus have not been great. Yes, Juventus is not a great side if you compare them to a couple of seasons back. That's all I'm going to say for a 1-1 between Juventus and Roma. I'll take a draw 100%. Obviously, I want the win. I believe in the win. I believe in Mourinho. He hates Juventus. And we want to see that. Do you remember that? We want to see that. But to see that, we need concentration and a good focus. But I'm going to stick with a 1-1 draw between Juventus and AS Roma. Over to your prediction, mate.
Whew. Wow. What a big statement right there. As you rightfully said, of the, I believe, 9 wins, or of the 9 games out of the 10 of the, Juventus have won 9 of the last 10 games played against AS Roma in Juventus in the Alliance Stadium. And I believe they've only lost once of that 10. But unfortunately, I have to break it to all AS Roma. I know we all want to win as AS Roma fans, but I believe Juventus is now shaping up to really be an Allegri side. The last time Mourinho faced Allegri was with his Man U team. I think that was the Champions League, where I believe they lost, or there was a comeback or something in that regard. And our chances of securing a point is really elusive. It's elusive. I don't see that happening. So we would likely be losing this one. And I say that with all bitter heart in me. It's a loss. Juventus will win this game unless Mourinho does something out of the box. But Juventus,
mate. To be fair, I'm absolutely happy in a way that you predicted a Juventus win. Not because I want Juventus to win, but because it just shows us that on the Simon Show, it's all about reality. It would be too easy for us to go, we're a Roma channel and Roma are going to win this, Roma are going to win that, Roma are going to win this, Roma are going to win that.
Nah, it becomes unrealistic.
It's the reality. So I appreciate you, being realistic and saying and thinking that Roma will lose, even though we want Roma to win. And if Roma wins, it will be even more exciting because
it means we're real. We're likely going to lose this. It hurts, but I have to say it's a bitter pill to swallow.
I'm going to stick with a draw. I believe in a draw. And moving on to the last match, we've got Venezia against Fiorentina. I'm not going to spend much time on this. Fiorentina look good and Roma need to be careful because if they lose and Fiorentina win, Fiorentina become 4th and Roma get out of the Champions League zone. Venezia are playing at home, but they're the weakest team in this area. You can see the difference of them coming from this, 3 years ago, they were playing in the Serie. Then they got promoted into the Serie B, and then they got promoted into the Serie A. You can see the difference between all of this cycle Venezia had. They are the weakest team in this area. They are going to get relegated. Fiorentina are going to win against Venezia 2-0 for me. Easy as that.
That's a strong call, That's a very strong call. I'm just trying to think, really. I think Fiorentina might be surprised. It could be a little bit of a surprise. And I'm thinking it could either be a draw because, Venezia is, they're the weakest team, but obviously there is always a good day for the underdog. And that day may just be on Monday when I think they would spring up with a win or a draw. But since we have to choose one, I would go for a draw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right, these were our Serie predictions for Game Week 8, and then obviously it would be very curious to see if we get them right or wrong. Lads and lasses, as soon as this live stream becomes a video, feel free to comment your predictions in the comments below. If you're new here, please subscribe, like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video, and also follow me on Instagram at _Simon. Subscribe to this channel, and also if you have time, subscribe to my other channel, which if you're interested in travel is a really good shout. It's up there, it's in the link in the description below. Me and Alex will catch you tomorrow for our predicted 11 for Juventus, and then we're slowly building up onto Sunday's big match. Hopefully we win. Right, Alex, it's been a pleasure, and
Same here.
I'll catch you soon.
I'll catch you soon, mate.
Bye.
All right, guys out there, ladies out there, have a good one.
See you, lads. Good night. And take care.
All right, cheers.